Do I need a permit for that? When it comes to roofing, the answer is yes. It's very difficult to do a roofing without a permit and not get in trouble. I can't think of a scenario other than a small repair under $2,500 or similar that you won't need a roofing permit. Some people do it out there. I don't know, why would you? And among the different permits that are available out there, the roofing permits, they tend to come in and come issued much faster than a remodeling or a bathroom upgrade or some other item. So when it comes to roofing, it's a very much non-negotiable. We're going to try to go much faster on this specific video and show you 3 different type of permits that one for metal at the city of Doral, one for shingles at the city of North Miami, and one for tile at the village of Biscayne Park. So let's jump right into it. In the city of Doral, we have the opportunity of doing a beautiful metal sharp roof, and you're going to see the permit application, the inspection roofing records that we need to do, which is basically roofing final will be the very last one, the slope and cap sheet in progress, and the metal in progress. So in any permit in the city of Doral, but also in Miami-Dade and the high velocity hurricane zone, you need to come up with a very similar package. The section B roof plan, you need to specify what type of project it is, and you need to provide information like are there gas vents or any existing solar system. You need to specify what type of wood deck, the slope of the project. You need to provide, if you're providing a fire barrier, what type of fastener type are you providing, and the roof covering, in this case Angler Series, the steel panels for the metal roof. In a similar manner, we provided what was the metal information, all of the specifications of the actual product that we were installing. It's a rather long package. Later on, you will actually see what's our NOAs, our notices of approval in Miami-Dade County. You can see here the metal for the steel panels, and some of the underlayments you will also see in here, polyglass in this particular project we used, and among some other information, right? So let's jump into the village of Biscayne Park, where we did a clay tile, beautiful roof, and you're gonna see this is our permit for the project in particular. This was our permit application. You can see it was signed by the property owner, it was signed by the qualifier, and had all the information about the project, all the project value, and in a similar manner, but with the village of Biscayne Park information, we filled out the section A, the general information, where we also explained that it was a re-roofing. It had a low slope, and we were working on a tile. There was no gas vents, and this was the diagram. In this particular case, we did it by hand as best as we could. And the section C, you're gonna see also the type of deck, the anchor or base sheet, and the base sheet fastener or bonding material. So you get all of this information also with this fastener spacing and the base sheet attachment that you put in some of the zones. Section D, the steep slope roof system, you have what type of roof system are you providing, the product control number, and other specific information that you get to fill out and that you need to provide. Each municipality is different. In this particular case, they request from you to provide the property information from the Miami-Dade County. Not all of the cities provide that. We had to provide with our scope of work for this project. And here is the NOA for the tile that we installed. You're also going to see shortly the NOA for the flat roof that we installed. We included on this permit also the polyset, which was the spray foam that we used to install the tile, as well as the poly glass polystick underlayment. I want to highlight that each municipality is different. The village of Biscayne Park being a village and a much smaller governmental entity, the process took a little longer than some other cities, and you had to walk into a hearing where you would present the tile color and the modifications that you were doing to the house, and they would approve it to make sure that you are not necessarily harming your neighbors with an ugly roof tile or an ugly color of some sort. So there is some additional reviews and items that you need to comply. So on this last project, it's a shingle. This is the most popular type of project. It's also the most cost efficient. So you'll see shingles a lot. If you are roofing or getting into the industry, shingle will probably be your best friend out there. In a similar manner, this is the certificate of compliance for the roof affidavit. We have here the notice of commencement for that project. All of the other projects did have notices of commencement as well. And here is our building permit. Our inspections. In that particular case, we didn't have any insulation, but we had a sheeting inspection, tin cap, shingles in progress. We didn't have any mop in progress, and a final. We attached our roof diagram on a separate, but you can see it had low slope, asphalt shingles, the low slope area, the steep slope areas, and what we were doing on this particular project. The diagram for the project and the different areas for the project, and also you have a similar format where we added the NOA approval, the type of deck. In this case, it was a wood deck type plywood in the thickness 5/8. And we have like a little diagram that we use to illustrate for the reviewers what we're doing and what we're proposing. So you start to see some similarities between the permits, even though there are three different systems. You have standard roofing permit packages available, but each city has their own kind of like sprinklers to it, and they just do their own little thing, which is a little bit annoying, if I could say the least. But it's also each municipality keeping track of the permit how they see fit. So you have all this information. You have basically the property information from the appraiser's office, similar to the project. And in this one, we did the Gartner underlayment from GAF. We also installed the GAF timberline for shingles, and we didn't have much other NOAs that I can recall. So you start seeing some patterns. Here's the underlayment for the flat. Actually, this is the underlayment for the shingles, and the first one, the Gartner, was for the flat. Oh my God, I just misguided you. So you have to put everything that goes into the exterior in the high velocity zones need to be NOA or Miami-Dade approved for engineering purposes and to make sure that it can withstand the extreme weathers that we get down here. So if you want to learn more about this type of projects, follow us.